and I got in trouble for porn when internet would have been dial-up age and no idea of, I don't even know if incognito browsers, that probably wasn't even a thing. The cookies, not
Internet
understanding
history got
that.
you.
Internet history, yeah,
Oh,
probably was just right there, you know. So this is a way that he did it. My dad had, you know, hey man, whatever, we made it. But he printed out the history list. Like he printed it out and
oh,
he put it on. My dad like could do some Game of Thrones shit a lot of times. That's how he would go about it, which I think I'll probably take because it was impactful, you know. And I've heard like friends of mine were not spared. If friends were in the vicinity. Like my friend Sean would often get roped up in this because he was always at my house. My cousin would always get roped up because he was always there. And it's like he didn't care. It's like I'm here in this window and we're taking care of this problem. And so like, but and this is we're gonna do it my way. He laid out like pages of internet history.
oh.
And it was just like laying on the kitchen counter. The lights were off, like above the thing, and there was like a little light up. I remember this like above our sink. So it was like the room was lit, like, you know, almost like a candlelight Game of Thrones setting. He gets on, we had like a big house, or we had an intercom system. So my dad gets on the thing, is like, boys, come down here. Like, oh, that was the sign. Like, if he would give us a boys, deep throat, he has got a very deep voice. He'd give us a boys, he would. You knew you were fucked. Something happened. So you're sweating, coming down, and come down the stairs, and I see all these papers laid out. He's like, have a seat. You know, we all sit down,
Oh,
and
you don't see
and
what's on the
now,
paper.
yeah, we haven't seen. Now we're sitting down, and I look down at it and just being like, oh god, like knowing right away. You know, it had like shit circled and highlighted and shit. Like he had not only seen it, he printed it and then went and was like, oh, the
Mm.
you know, the anal one. We'll go ahead and circle that one. Make sure he sees that I saw that. You know. Uh, but yeah,
Oh,
so and then him, I remember my dad is a conservative Catholic guy. He's got a. I think he grew up in a world where there was no porn. I think it probably disturbed him a great deal to find out that his kids were looking at this kind of stuff, and he also kind of struggled. His dad never would have had to have this conversation with him, so he was not, you know, equipped with that. But he did know how to like instill fear in my brother and I and my friends, again, anyone in the sort of orbit at the time. And I remember him saying, I remember the line that he said was like, when I was your age, I would think if that door opened, would I be embarrassed? That's what he said. Like he was like, when I would be by myself, I would think if that door opened, would I be embarrassed? And that's how I've lived my life, thinking that if someone else was going to see something, would I be embarrassed by it? And if I would, then that's probably not something that I should be doing. And like that, he didn't say, you guys looked at porn, that's bad. Don't look at women this way. Don't do that. This is this. But that was his messaging. Was just like, and then he, as I remember, left the room and left us like there in the
with
dark,
your
not knowing like with our thing, not knowing how to talk to each other, not knowing if we should talk, not knowing if he was coming back or not, you know. And like that's kind of how I remember it. I mean, it was like, you know, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, um, but yeah, man. So those are the two like messages I remember him like, yeah, going at me with, and that have like stayed with me. And honestly, the embarrassed thing, like my, you know, I've stopped looking at porn. I thought about that. Like, what if my fucking kids walked in on me right now? You know what I mean? Like it's just like, you know, looking down at a screen, like totally. And if it, like, just the thought of it, just like kind of was like, oh, then I don't want to do this. You know, it's like now if I'm gonna do this thing, it's gonna be when I know I'm like privately, I'm in a shower, the fucking door's locked and closed, and like this is the function, you know, and like that's not gonna be in any sort of way how like if something it can be like seen by others in this, you know,
yeah.
whatever. Like, yeah. But anyway, so those are those lessons that I got from my dad.